Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations. Welcome to another Sacred Light conversation. I am your host, Marcus Robbins, or Crystal Light 33. I have a very wonderful guest. She is actually local to me here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Her name is Aurora, and she is a multifaceted holistic practitioner who practices many different ways of healing from quantum level to physical level. And she is here to share information with us about these practices and how they can be useful for your everyday life, from your children up to adult and anybody, even animals including. Um, so with that being said, I will go ahead and allow her to share the information that she has for us for these wonderful practices. So whenever you're ready, Aurora, it's on you.
Thank you, Marcus, for this opportunity to talk about this. I am Aurora Sky, and my business is Healing with Aurora, located in Cincinnati. I do quantum healing hypnosis technique by the late Dolores Cannon, as well as BQH, Beyond Quantum Hypnosis. And I have a crystal light therapy bed, which I do Reiki along with that, and singing bowls for your healing and balance. And I love what I do. I'm very passionate about it. I had to go through the darkness to find the light and be a healer to assist others. And this journey has helped me so much. Healing my clients is actually helping me heal more as well. And I've learned so much from my sessions.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about being a service for these practices, that not only does it help them, but also helps ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we're all connected as one. So
Indeed.
whatever effects taking place with them, it's going to ripple into us, and then whoever they interact with from then on, and whoever we interact with. So that's the beauty of that ripple effect.
Yes, that's what I tell all my clients. When you heal yourself, you're going to help heal so many people. They'll be like, wow, she's so at peace and like she's not swept up in the chaos. What is her secret? Like, yeah, once you've healed yourself, you just feel more at peace and you understand the flow of life and just the magnificence of it. It's like looking down from the creator's eyes and like seeing how we're playing these roles for our healing. So I've learned through my quantum sessions that we make these soul contracts. Like I have you come in to teach me to stand in my own power. Let's say I have you berate me and make me feel less than, so that I can realize my worth and stand in my power. So that was one of my lessons in this life that my ex-husband taught me, which is actually a gift.
Yeah.
But instead we play the victim, and it could be for many years you're playing the victim from that role.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I've learned that we've got to heal that in order for you to move on, feel lighter in your everyday life, or you'll just keep attracting relationships until you get that, that understanding of like, what is this teaching me?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. And it's so easy to, especially like at first and when you're still in the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to be able to see beyond what's going on to the five senses, so to say, or right in front of your
Mm-hmm.
eyes, because we attach so much to the physical senses, and we kind of like shut off our metaphysical psychic abilities, and we kind of close down from being able to receive and be able to see through that God view or higher perspective,
Mm-hmm.
that we're all helping each other in some type of form. And it's up to us to realize that and be able to, um, transmute or transform with that energy, and just realize that everything is a gift.
Yeah, we're just
Be able to,
veering back to each other.
right, and we have to be able to be open to receiving that gift.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we can literally put up an energetic wall that prevents things and people from coming into our lives. As soon as you let those walls down, miracles start happening. It's like the universe puts the right person in place, in your path, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so, do you care to share a little bit about your quantum healing techniques? I'm definitely interested to know the details about it. I know what quantum level stuff is and
Mhm.
holistic healing practices, but I'm not too familiar with like the deeper details of what quantum healing is like.
Okay, so quantum, anything can go. Like sometimes my clients go to past lives and sometimes they go to future lives. Yeah, so basically how the session goes is you've came in with questions that you want to ask. If you had the creator in front of you and you could ask anything, what would you ask? I say no more than 25 questions, or it can be a 6-hour session. It can go that long.
Mhm.
So I'm reading a list of questions during your session, and your higher self comes in to answer them. So I get you into a meditative state, take you to past lives or future lives, depending on what your higher self wants to show you for now. So let's say it takes you to a past life where you were hung, and because it's affecting your life now because you're afraid of speaking your truth, you literally have an energetic cord around you.
Okay.
So I ask your higher self, come in to answer why you showed this person that lifetime. And then from there, I say, may I ask questions? And I've never had a higher self say, no, you may not. It says yes. And then I start reading the list of questions, and the wisdom's flowing through you like it was already there. Also, your guides and angels can come through. So it's like they say it's like you step aside and you hear everything that's going on, but you're allowing your vessel to be used for a voice, and then for them to come through. And then you can speak as well. It's like you go back and forth. Also, I've had clients where their dead relatives that have crossed over come through to speak to them. Also, last week I had one where the cat came through. She
Oh,
was upset over the cat taking off when it died, and then wanted to find out about that, and it came through and says, I come and visit you. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. So
wow.
many things are possible. Like I'm amazed how many different things can happen during a session. So I never know what to expect. And I've just learned about the whole lessons and the soul contracts, and we signed up for a mission here. Like some of us are not even from this planet, and we are volunteered to help this planet raise its vibrations. So sometimes instead of going to a past life, they go to their original planet, and they're explaining what it looks like, the beings, their family, and yeah,
How-
yeah. I'm always finding out new places. Like I just had one the other day, and we asked, and she's like, I can't pronounce it, but it's a quantum galaxy away. I'm like, wow, interesting.
Dang.
But some people have took me to Lyra, to Sirius A and B, Pleiades, so many. We're all from different places, and it's pretty amazing that we choose to come here and volunteer. So apparently the planet sent out a signal saying to other galaxies like, hey, the vibration's getting too low, it's getting too dark, the dark and light balance is getting off, and we're looking for volunteers to come down here and help. And we sign up, but then we get down here and we're like, shoot, this is very dense. There's a lot to this, so we want to check out.
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah, so during a
Yeah,
quantum session, your beings come in like, hey, don't forget about your mission. You're partying too much.
yeah, we get that good old amnesia, as we call it.
Yes, yes, that's part of the human experience, to have this amnesia, to find your way back to source, basically,
Yeah.
and who you are. We forget who we are because our teachers tell us who we are, our parents tell us who we are, religion tells us who we are. And we got to break that mold of what we've been told. It's basically programming,
Hmm.
and figure out who we are at the base, not letting any outside source tell us who we are.
Yep. It's right there
Yeah.
within ourselves, and it's
Yes.
always there, and that's always who we are.
Yeah, go within, man. And the answers you seek are not always in the outside world.
Yeah, that's for sure. Um, something that I've always heard was that um, anything that we look outside of us for answers can only lead us to the answer. It can never actually give us the answer.
Mm-hmm.
The answer's within.
Right.
I've always loved that quote.
Yeah, and even I forget sometimes. I mean, I'm human. We're not perfect.
Oh yeah,
Even if you like know the lesson, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot again. It's
yeah.
habits, it's habits that we form.
Biggest thing. One of the biggest things I'd say when it comes to that is, not being too hard on ourselves if we do forget, because you know, if we attach to it and get really hard on ourselves, it can really just prolong it and
Yes. And
become
then go
toxic
down a
on our,
slippery slope. Just
yeah,
keeps
it
getting.
becomes toxic in our space. And you know, it's okay. You know, we're all learning and we're all going through these lessons through these earth
Hmm.
vessels.
Yeah, a big one with humanity, it seems to be self-worth. We don't value ourselves. We don't realize just how magnificent we are and multi-dimensional.
Yeah,
And that we're even doing work in other realms, other realities when we're sleeping, let's say. Like, yeah, give yourself some credit, a pat on the back for being in this third dimension reality, which is not easy. Like, it takes courageous beings to come here at this time and watch this ascension go down. So I've learned through my quantum sessions, like the bigger things, the bigger ideas that's happening here on this planet that we're all playing out for our consciousness to expand. So, yeah, I knew about the virus before it came, and I was warning my friends and family, like, hey, don't get swept up in the chaos. There are a lot of beings here that want to keep us in fear in this lower dimension reality from going up to the fourth density because they love feeding off our fear. And so, yeah, there's a lot of craziness coming too, I found out, but I see the future and the hope. So that's what I'm here is to help people have hope for the future. Every one of us can make a huge difference. We don't realize that it has ripple effects. And now's the time to unite for the greater good of all of humanity.
yep, beautiful said. I definitely fully agree. Um, yeah, so something interesting that I've came across is that, you know, some of us being, as we call it, star seeds, which are from other planets,
Hmm.
um, like due to, I guess, like, you know, the vibrational frequency of our home planet or where we're coming from,
Hmm.
um, if it's like a higher frequency, it's considered kind of like the future when it comes to time. So that
Yes,
when we descend down to here, we kind of
exactly.
go back in time, kind of, and
Yes.
you know, our beings are like in tune with the future, basically, of this time.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
that,
it correlates with the chakras apparently. So the fourth density is moving us up to the solar plexus and our willpower, self-esteem, and courage, right? And the fifth density is in the heart chakra. When your heart chakra is open and we're on the same level, like so much can happen when we're like in tune with each other, right?
yeah,
And there's just love beaming from you, like an unconditional love. So yeah, it's exactly what you're saying. It's like we're raising up. Humanity's been stuck in the lower chakras for a while,
oh,
like fear. The
big,
bottom one, the root chakra, fear.
yeah,
And then sexual traumas and stuff that we've been through, that clogs that one, even from past lives. And then our self-worth is like right here, and that's where a lot of us are at. I watch other quantum hypnotists too, like Alba Wyman and Allison Cove, too, that got me into what I do. Like I watch their videos and I'm learning from theirs, it's matching mine. But they said that they look down at Earth and they see all the people and their lights are dim. They forgot who they are. So it's like they can actually see down to our dimension and see that the lights are dim and that we're just not, we're bogged down with the everyday three-dimensional stuff and the dark and the light and the emotions and trapped emotions and energy. Yeah, so it's time that we wake up and start our healing process because the world will start healing. The earth is having birthing pains right now basically, and we're feeling it. We're definitely feeling it.
yeah, big time,
Yeah.
big time, yeah. So it's maybe a little hard to describe, but so like, what's the difference between um, you know, the effects of a quantum healing session compared to like a typical Reiki session?
Reiki session is just channeling energy, and I'm sending energy to where they need a balance in their body.
Mhm.
So you do feel lighter and more balanced, but like the quantum stuff gets the deeper level stuff. Like what's creating that imbalance. Let's find out what's creating that balance. Is it
Okay.
something from past life or something you've picked up from this life? Or also entity attachments. I need to go over that because it is so prominent and people have no idea that they can get entity attachments. Have you heard of
Well,
this?
yeah, actually,
Okay.
before you start,
Yeah.
just last night, um, my lady did a ear candling session for me,
Okay.
and I've had on my right side, I've had like this really, really big like buildup,
Mhm.
and metaphysically, I could feel that there was like a psychic device there.
Oh.
Um, so we did the ear candling session,
Mhm.
and I mean, this is wild, but um, basically just about the whole entire stick was filled,
Wow.
and there was this, oh man, there was this little like, there was this like little like
Microchip?
worm-looking thing.
No way.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah. So there are parasites and all sorts of things that affect our energy.
and
Wild.
as soon as it was like pulled out, it felt like there was like a release of tension around this whole area. And just
Oh.
soreness because like that
Yeah.
the energy being you know
That makes sense.
drained and stuff from there.
Yeah.
Um, so then right after that, uh, one transferred over to her. So then I gave her a session, and we pulled another one out of her.
So is it going to keep going back and forth? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, so to say.
That is. That's a little different from entity attachments. So, um, entity attachments are beings that have not crossed over, that are earthbound, and they attach to a human that at the time maybe their vibration's low. I had a client last week that she gained one when she was 3 years old, apparently. This is during her quantum session. Her higher self comes in, and I say, do a body scan, see if you can find if there's anything that's not yours. And sure enough, when she was fear at 3, walking from her aunt's house in the dark to her mom's or something like that, uh, an attachment attached to her, causing her issues in her lungs, and she feels suffocation. So whatever this being had during its lifetime, fears and stuff, phobias, it basically gives you. So during the session, I remove them. I walk them to the light. Sometimes they don't even realize they're on another human form. And sometimes they don't want to go to the light because out of fear. They're afraid that there's a hell that's going to punish them. So I have to walk them through it and bring in the archangels and their relatives that have crossed over to meet them at the light. And then the person inhales, and I have them exhale deeply and send that area light. And then it gets removed, and they'll wake up like, whoa, that pain's gone in my neck, or whatever issue it caused.
Yeah,
So yeah, there needs to be more people doing what I do to it, because there's just like so many people with enemy attachments, and it's causing them thoughts that aren't their own and pain that's not their own. And so they're going and getting medications for it. That's not going to help. You got to get to the root of the issue.
yeah, wow,
Yeah. So apparently when you cross over, there's a huge white light above you that you can go to, source in the next dimension or whatever. And you'll see some in the room because it's on the people. The people have lights inside them. So sometimes a soul that crosses over is confused at which light to go to. And so they attach to a human.
wow,
I know, it's wild. I mean, this is happening session after session. I'm just like mind blown.
wow. Yeah, I mean, that's very clarifying on a lot of things that people have questions about.
Might not be your own thoughts.
Yeah, that's something that I've had come across a lot is that um, there's different beings and stuff that will bring their thoughts into yours, and
Mhm.
it completely throws people off, and
Possession is a real thing.
it can like destroy relationships. It can destroy
Yeah.
so many things.
Yes. You got that right.
Yeah,
So yeah, find your local quantum hypnotist to have your attachments removed.
yeah. I've also heard of psychic surgery too, or
Oh yeah, I've
multiple
experienced
psychic
that.
surgery.
That's amazing. At the Victory of Light, I saw a lady that drove down from Michigan, Sarah Starlight Connection, I think it's what it is. And she pulled my grounding cord, and she said, walk first, because you're going to walk differently afterward. And I was kind of light and airy when I was walking. And then she pulled my grounding cord, and as she did it, I felt myself getting heavier and like closer to the ground. I'm like, what is this? And then I walked more steady and like flat. Like, what just happened? And then she's also pulled some stuff out of me. I'm like, yeah, she's
Wow.
amazing. I'm going to go see her in Michigan. She's that amazing.
Dang. What was her name?
Sarah Stars. Yeah, I can find it in my email because she sends out a monthly email. And since Victory of Light has been canceled, unfortunately, it's going to be a while
Oh, it's
before.
canceled.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just thinking about it too. I was coming up next month.
Let's see, Starlight Connection, Light Body News is the name of the email, but yeah, here we go. She might even have a YouTube. Let's make it to the bottom. Let's see if it can show up. There we go. There's her information. Okay. Hey, we can put it down in the description afterwards.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll post your social media platforms, your website.
Yeah.
And
well, I highly recommend this lady for she does psychic, trans channel, master healer, and she does that psychic surgery. And the website starlightconnection.com. Highly recommend her.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you describe holistic practices to somebody that is completely unfamiliar with that realm? Because I know there are a lot of people out there that haven't really been informed when it comes to holistic healing and different practices, because everybody's so programmed to go see their doctor
and get a quick fix.
Yeah, exactly, which is just a temporary band-aid that has consequences to it and side effects.
Yeah. Holistic is a broad range, but it's like it can be metaphysical, and also you can go with herbs, and then what is it called? The biology of belief, where you believe something to be true and it actually happens. You could take an empty pill and train your body to heal itself. That's options too. So there's like a broad range, but anything that's not using pharmaceutical companies and with natural remedies. And just eating right, mind, body, and spirit have to be balanced in order for your body to be balanced. So we're always worried about one aspect and then we forget the other. So yeah. Exercising, that keeps your chakras, the energy flowing through your chakras, and then meditating, that keeps your vibration high. So it's all these things that we can tap into for our health and healing, like yoga, for example. Each yoga pose helps a chakra. And you might release something during a yoga pose to heal. I've been doing holistic healing for myself for now like 4 years. I was on depression medication and anxiety medication at some point. And I was like, I need to heal myself. I cannot just keep depending on these pills. I don't like the way they make me feel. I felt almost like a zombie, like I couldn't feel my emotions fully. So once I tapered myself off of those and started yoga, sun gazing, drinking more water. I went vegan. Like all these things have transformed me and made me who I am now. But I had to make that choice first. Like I'm not depending on anyone else for my happiness and health, and I'm going to do it myself.
Yep. Hey, I'm proud of you for making that choice. It's a very big choice, and it takes a lot of courage and strength to be able to take those beginning steps, because it's definitely not easy to get out of what we've been programmed and built habits to do for years and years upon years, and then to be able to break out of that and then find basically a unknown way into healing takes a lot of courage.
Yeah, you got to open your mind, that's for sure.
Yeah. So what is the light therapy like?
crystal light therapy, quantum resonance bed. It's quartz crystals cut I don't know, like 28 ways, I believe, which is a magnifier. That's what quartz does of energy. And there's lights coming through them. There's 7 of them. And I put it over top of you, and the lights are shining down at your chakras. And each of your chakras is a certain color vibration. So putting that light on there, plus I do singing bowls, which is the sound frequency of each chakra, helps balance your energy. Yeah, so it's just focused on balancing the chakras, and different people have had different side effects. One lady, she thought her throat chakra was open, but she's like, nope, it popped during my time under that table. It popped, and I just felt like it was open. I had no idea it was closed. And then some people feel like there's hands laying on them, like someone's come there to help assist in their healing. I asked for my angels and guides to come through during the session as well as yours. So they'll be like, were you touching my feet? I'm like, no, I was up here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, other beings show up to help assist with your healing. I guess they see all the lights, the beautiful lights from the higher dimensions, and they're like, we need to send our light down there. Some people feel tingling in their stomach because it's something they need to release there, and then they actually go and release, you know what I'm saying? They're literally letting that shit go. So it's like everybody has different side effects from it. And it's interesting to hear about it. They'll tell me later, like, hey, this is what happened. I had a lady yesterday, she's actually going to chemotherapy for breast cancer. And she said she gets zapped with her energy. She's so tired right now. And when she sees me, that she feels energy for a week. So she just books sessions every 2 weeks during her, her other treatment. So I'm glad that she's at least integrating the two,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've seen and heard of the terrible side effects of chemotherapy.
Yes, my mom had breast cancer, and come to find out, it's suppressed anger. Because, yeah, the lady that came for crystal light therapy, we did her quantum session, and come to find out, she's really angry over something, and she's caused it herself. When we suppress our energy, it causes our own cancer. But then we play the victim. Like if we would just heal that issue, like really go within and think about what am I feeling? What have I been holding on to, and release that? Miracles can occur.
Very good point. Very good point. Yeah. Wow. Great information.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that comes to mind that you'd like to share?
Just remind people that life shouldn't be taken so seriously. That this is just a school, and we're all playing roles for our healing and expansion of consciousness, and we take what we've learned back to source. So have more fun and do the things that bring you joy and your passion. Go where your passion is, and that's what you're here for on this planet. If you're confused about your purpose, go with what is in your heart, what you're passionate about, because that is why you're here. Even if you're not making money at it, that's why you're here, to help heal others. Once you heal yourself, you heal others. So
yeah, I've found that pretty difficult with a lot of people is getting so attached to money and thinking that if they're not making a lot of money at something, or
yeah,
if they're doing it isn't making money, then
right.
It's not their passion, it's not their mission. But yeah, materialism doesn't define who we are and what we're here to be.
Yeah, we've simply forgotten. It's not. Yeah, it's what is it? What is money? It's basically nothing.
Right.
Just
I mean,
trees.
we make the money basically. It's just
Yeah.
this. Now we put our energy into it.
Yeah, and what's your energy worth? Where are you putting your time at? Are you spending it with people that are energy drainers, or things that's not where your passion is, that's draining you? So yeah, that's true currency, is your time and where you're putting it.
Yeah, absolutely. So where are you located?
Right now in Westwood, but moving to Roselawn, and to a beautiful home from 1840s with like 16-foot ceilings, like, or even bigger. Look, I just want to show you around this amazing place. Look at those ceilings. So when I do my singing bowls, it's going to reverberate and be amazing. So, but I can also come to your house for Reiki and bring my crystals, but I cannot take all my singing bowls. It's it's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are so fragile too.
And I can also do quantum hypnosis via online through Zoom. I'm also the Beyond Quantum Healing. I got a certificate for is how to do it through this form. So that's another option. If you're anywhere in the world, you can get some quantum healing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful part of these kind of practices, that you can do it from a distance. It doesn't
Yeah,
require being physically face to face with somebody in person.
yeah, yeah. I want to thank you for this opportunity because I want to do interviews. I watch Open Minds with Regina Meredith on the Gaia channel, and she's my hero. I want to be just like her,
Yeah,
and maybe be on Gaia one day. You know, I want to do interviews
I know,
and
right?
expand people's consciousness.
Yeah, that's um, I love doing this. It's just
Connecting,
yeah,
connecting, and we're teaching others.
right. And it gives people opportunity to express themselves and be able to share who they are and what they do. Not many
Speak your
people,
truth.
especially not too many star seeds, get opportunities to really just express themselves and who they are and what
Yeah.
they believe in, because of how shut down it can be in society.
Oh yes, let's fit into society because I care about what everybody thinks about me. I'm gonna stay small. Nobody can see me. No, now's the time to shed those layers, let those walls down, and sparkle.
Absolutely. Shining light. Um, so I do have a couple questions about how long has it been since you started these practices and got into it and learned about it?
Um, I think it was about 4 years ago. I was living in Florence, Kentucky, and I was going through a lot of depression, and I was like, I got to make some changes. And so I was like online learning about all these holistic modalities so I could go and see practitioners and get more ideas for healing myself. From there, I'm like, wow, I'm so interested in this stuff, and it's helped me so much. I want to learn how to do this. So that's what got me on it. And I was on YouTube watching Alba Weinman videos like every day. Her sessions are like 2 to 3 hours, and I'm just watching these videos like, how amazing is it? They can get so much healing within one session in one day. I'm like, I need to learn this. So yeah, Alba Weinman, she's my hero too.
Um, Amazing. So what what kind of benefits have you found when it comes to your healing, um, with switching over to a plant-based diet?
Well, I've learned through my sessions from when the higher self comes in that everything has a vibration. So meat has a vibration. And let's say that cow is really scared before it was killed and it's holding that chemical, and then you're eating that energy. Same thing with plants. They're full of life. The sun is giving them their energy. So I've felt that I just have more energy. People like they see me go, dance for like 5 hours. Like, how do you have so much energy? I'm like, it's the plants.
Yeah.
Um, Most of the time, the higher self says during the session that to stop eating the meat because it's lowering their vibration, it's hurting with digestion, and that their body knows when they're having dairy that they're not meant to have dairy because they'll have side effects.
Hmm.
They just, it's an addiction like anything else.
Oh,
But I did have a client that the higher self said he has to eat meat to stay in his body. His vibration's so high, and he's from a higher dimension here to assist, that he has to eat meat to lower it to stay in his body. And I was just
right.
like, what? That's
Makes sense.
crazy.
It does make sense though.
Yeah, and then some of us are just some of us. I don't want to frown upon everybody who eats meat because of sessions like that. But I just know that what it's doing to the planet and to our bodies is not good. And the animals are sentient beings. They have feelings and emotions, and they have a purpose here too.
Yeah, exactly. Um, the biggest thing, to me at least, is the way that the meat is taken care of.
Right.
way that the animal's treated while it's alive,
Yeah.
and if it's living a whole life, uh, out in the free range, being grass fed, no
Yeah.
hormones added, stuff like that.
Which is
Uh,
great, but that's not what society, like, it's not how it is right now because there's so many people. And we keep deforesting to make room for the livestock. So we need our trees, people.
yeah, exactly. I mean, they supply oxygen, and it's like
That's all.
if if we just keep on getting rid of our oxygen source, then what's gonna happen?
Right? We all have oxygen tanks we carry around.
And then we're gonna have no reason for there to be all that meat because nobody's
Yeah.
moving around.
Yeah, so in the future we don't have meat. So some of my clients go to future lives and it's an amazing utopia, and we eat a mana substance, like we don't have to eat it all type of thing, which sounds really cool to me. Maybe you can
Yeah,
just imagine the taste and it's there or something, but you don't need all
it's
the calories.
just pulling in the chi
Yes,
off.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's amazing too, and there's monks out there that already do these things.
Breatharians and stuff. Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
whole nother level.
Super Saiyan times 10.
Yeah, but processed food, that's the worst. I'm hearing that's the worst for us. Anything that's whole foods, plant-based, like solid, not been through machines and stuff, affects its energy. And I'm getting that we need to bless our food first. It's so important because it has an energy vibration. If the chef was angry, let's say, and cutting your food up, that energy is going in there. If you're an empath, you're going to be angry and not know why. That's because you ate that energy. So
Yeah,
blessing it with love and light, and imagine light coming out of your hands makes a difference and transforms that vibration. Clears
yeah.
it.
I've definitely noticed the difference myself. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's like the power of intention,
Yeah. So important.
how we can basically pull any intention and energy through our conscious mind
Okay.
with
Yeah.
no limitations at all.
Yeah, we limit ourselves. And the moment we do, let's say I've put protection around me because I'm going into a place with a lot of people and I don't want to take anything home with me. So I put that protection bubble around me. If I doubt myself for a minute that I did that, you literally brought it down. That's just how powerful we are.
Yeah. It's kind of like for anybody that likes scripture in the Bible, it's kind of like when Jesus is talking and he's speaking about, um, you know, ye of little faith. Like
Hmm.
the reason why you can't walk on the water is because you have let down your faith. You don't have faith in
Hmm.
yourself. And as soon as you don't have that faith and trust, then you just like you lose your godliness that's within.
Yeah, right.
And and it's just like also when they describe how um, when you put your faith into me, you put your faith, or I put myself,
Outside of yourself. Yeah.
yeah, I put myself into you, which is basically just God saying that like I am within you, and
Hmm.
have faith within me. Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Um, also do have a question. So you said you're a Lyra lineage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I find out a lot of information about myself through my sessions, and yeah, Lyra, it's a cat human-like being that's, I guess, stands up. Yep, they exist. So yeah, and I'm finding my family members here because people find out who they are and what they resonate with, and I'm like, we must be family.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a
yeah.
Lyra
But
myself.
yeah, so how'd you find out that you were?
Uh, really, it was really cool. So back in 2015,
Hmm.
yeah, 2015, I was getting a Reiki session done by one of my friends, and um, in my third eye vision, um, while I was meditating with my eyes closed during the session,
Hmm.
I had this. this like elderly lion being
Mhm.
like come into my vision, and uh, without like speaking words, telepathically just like
Mhm.
communicate with me, um, that that was who I was. Like that was my higher form, my
Mhm.
soul level self. And after that, it was just so clarifying and empowering and enlightening, and it's
Mhm.
brought a lot of inner peace to myself, especially
Good.
you know looking up and getting a better remembrance of what Lyrans are.
Mhm.
And it's really powerful, really, really powerful when we can remember who we truly are.
Yeah, we get homesick here on this planet because we're not from here. But you should act as if you're from here for now, because this is where you got work to do. Yeah, so I've had over 900 lifetimes here on this planet. Apparently, I came here to volunteer a long time ago, but then got caught up in some karma. And then you got to keep coming back to clear out the karma.
Yeah.
But this is my last life here, and then I'm going back to my home planet.
Yep, that's where I'm at too. This is my last one. What's
Yeah,
your life
I
path
mean,
number?
5. I'm a freedom seeker, free spirit.
Okay, that makes sense.
I know, right? Looking back, after I figured out this information, I was like, that's why I never like to have a boss. That's why like all these things. I'm always like trying to break free and be myself and be free. And I am. It all comes with from within. You got to feel free inside, and then your reality starts showing it. But yeah, people need to know about this whole life path number. My boyfriend, I did his. He had no idea about this stuff, and his was a master number. It was master builder, and he is a real estate agent and a contractor. So that was ironic.
Right.
And we both have this amazing dream of opening a tiny home community, off-grid tiny home community. He even did a Facebook page for it 5 years ago called Eco Eden Village. So we're going to do this together. I think we were meant to meet to create this.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I'm so happy for you and him
Thank you.
and all of existence, because you guys coming together also affects everything and everybody else in a
Yep.
beautiful, graceful way.
Yeah.
Well, I should say it could be graceful or it could be painful, depending on how you guys dictate every moment together.
Right. That's true.
Um, is it would you say it's like a twin reunion?
Or a soulmate.
Hmm.
Twin flame, I guess, mirrors back to you everything that needs to be healed. And it can be really, really hard. And usually there's a runner. And so far, I don't feel like that's the idea here. It's soulmates where I had them come into my life to teach me a lesson, a soul lesson, or that we're meant to come together to build something big and make a huge change here. So either way, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I
What was his master number?
think it was 11. We can do the math.
I'm just
Uh,
curious because I'm a 33.
it might have been 30. What's yours?
33.
Yeah, but like the name of it or whatever, the soul
Uh,
path.
so 33 is like a master balancer, nurturer.
Um, so what's September? What's number for September?
Numbers.
Let's do the math. Here, you bring the calculator up and then I give you the numbers.
You want me to
So
pull it up?
yeah, the calculator.
Okay. I'll hit the share screen so everybody can
Okay.
see this.
Yeah, let's show people how to do their life path number, which can be found online. You can just research it.
Yep. So this is what I do. I just go on Google, type in life path calculator,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like the token rock. That's been my
Okay.
go-to. And then
All right.
what you do is you just type in the birth year,
Let's do
or
September
the birth,
17th, 1985.
and then just hit go. And then, boom, 22, the master builder.
Ah, see?
Wow, amazing. Okay. So you're the freedom, free spirit, and then he's a master builder.
Yeah, let's do mine.
Wow, that's great. And then yours,
Yeah. January
January
12th,
12th.
1981. Telling my age here, 39.
And
Proud of it.
39, but infinite.
The flexible 5. The life path 5 loves to have variety in life. So true. Anything new is exciting, whether it is traveling to a place you've never been or meeting new people. You are always looking for that next experience and adventure. The war cry of the life path is freedom. You need to explore what life has to offer and don't see any need to be rooted to a specific place. I've moved many, many times. You tend to be the life of the party because you will go out of your way to meet everyone in the room. So true. For a life path 5, a career that requires you to be in a certain place at a certain time every day will not be the best situation. I do not work a 9-to-5 job. Instead, should consider a career that provides a unique daily experience. My daily experience is definitely unique. This can be careers from sales where you interact with various clients to a nature photographer, which requires you to travel and explore the farthest reaches of the earth. It's always right on. Whenever I have somebody do this, they're like, whoa, how did it know? Like literally the stars were aligned in a certain way for you to be born.
Yeah, exactly. It's us. It's literally us. It's
Yeah.
not something separate from us that's like, trying to mimic us. Like it's literally us in a
Yes.
different expression.
Yes.
And it's
Numbers are a part of the universe. Math is part of the universe, and we're part of it.
yeah, it's so interesting. So I'll pull up mine. I think it's gonna come up as 3. I think it's gonna come up as 6 on here.
Right, because
I'm not sure why.
for people that don't know that the double numbers, you don't want to, go down with it.
Yeah, but it's pretty much like the same thing, but um, faster
Harmonizer.
numbers just are more amplified, and
Yeah.
um, it's just like a whole different level of the same energies.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for harmonizing the energies here.
It's, uh, it's an honor and it's a pain at the same time.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
But we're all unique, and it's amazing that we're all a facet from one huge diamond if we would just realize this.
Yeah, and without one another, it just wouldn't be. Each one of us are a perfect piece in order for
Yes.
the whole entire thing to be able to play out and orchestrate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Beautiful symphony.
I really, I don't want to say hope because I just know and I trust that we are all going to realize who we are in the perfect time and open up to our beauty, open up to our authenticness, and
Yes.
afraid to express it because there's no reason to be afraid.
Right. Fear is an illusion
Yeah,
we've created.
it's a very deep programming as well. Very
Mm-hmm.
deep programming.
Indeed.
Well, um, yeah, I guess we can wrap it up if you would
Okay.
like.
Yeah, I've used the restroom and I'm holding it a while. Yeah, let's do that.
Sweet. Well, I appreciate your time and your energy, and thank you for relaying this information for everybody and um, being here and being present.
Yes, I appreciate it. And I can put it on my YouTube channel as well so we can get the information out there.
Absolutely. And I'll
Yeah.
post links in the caption for your websites,
Yeah.
people that you mentioned as well.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marcus. I appreciate you.
thank you. I appreciate you just as much, and very grateful for you hopping on here and sharing yourself with us. It's definitely an honor and a blessing.
Namaste, my friend.
Namaste.
The illest to be, no ego, machismo with fuego, kundalini is my payroll, saucy like queso, watch me with a wrist, no watch, only crystal bracelets, yeah we stay lit, yeah we stay lit.